Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So for those that don't like to listen to my shuffling, because those that know me already know that that I don't shuffle prior to recording the video. I just feel like you stay more authentic, right? And so if you'd like to skip through, I provide the time here shortly, and then you can go ahead and skip directly to the actual reading, okay? So I'll provide that during the video. So let's see here. So what we're going to look at is we're going to look at what do you need to release? Like, what are some subconscious beliefs you're sort of holding on to that aren't really serving you? What are some of those subconscious beliefs? What risks do you need to take here in the near future? Oof, and a few cards flew out. Those are usually some loud messages there when they fly out like that. And let's see here. Let's see, what's your mindset? Check into your mindset. I do feel there's a lot of messages trying to blare through. Let's find out about your environment. Come from guiding. What's going on with your environment? What's affecting you? What's blocking you? Come from guiding. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. So subconscious beliefs. Let's find out, what is it that you're I'm hearing the words hiding, but I don't really feel like you're hiding. It's just, this is your subconscious, right? So these are emotions that you're feeling, but you're not 100% aware of it. And so here I'm seeing your intuition is really heightened. Like, you might not really realize it, but I'm feeling for a lot of you, you're actually feeling, and your inner knowing is actually really sensitive right now. It's almost like I'm hearing the words full blast. Like, I feel like someone's literally turned up the volume when it comes to your intuition. And you'll have to let me know if that speaks to you. But I feel for a lot of you, you might not even be aware that you're feeling so much. You might not even be aware that that's happening. But I'm honestly feeling that that is happening because you're really being called to be honest and communicate what you want and what you need. Because again, it's just like instinctively, you already know. It's like you already know what you need. You already know what you want. But a part of you is sort of confused. At least that's the feeling that I'm getting. Like, you're not 100% about what's going on, but in reality, if you were to like tune into yourself, you would know. This card literally says, this is a time of deep emotions and heightened intuition that you can trust completely. Be mindful you don't ignore your own needs while caring for others. See, so I'm feeling like a lot of you are just sort of ignoring, you might even be ignoring yourself, because you're putting other people in front of you. And that makes sense, especially with everything going on, right? Normally you tend to take care of everybody else, but the one person that gets left out is the person that's caring for those, right? Like the caretaker. So be really mindful of that. And we'll look more in detail on that. So something that I'm being asked is some risks that you need to take. So there is some positive news here about prosperity for you, but I'm feeling that a lot of you are really afraid of what might happen. And so you're feeling like there's some resentment about money. You're probably feeling guilty, like you shouldn't spend any money, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. But it's because in reality, on the back end, and this is a card that was underneath the deck, you're almost feeling like because there's been so much push and pull, you're afraid to really do anything. And I feel like especially that has to do with your abundance. And I mean, this could be sharing money, this could be love, this could be health, right? Like there's something that you're holding on to, but in reality, there's actually prosperity and there's actually really good news up ahead for you. Okay, your success and prosperity have allowed you to pay off debts, acquire wise loans, or receive a grant or scholarship in return for heaven's blessings. Be sure to share the wealth with others through donations of time or money to reputable charities. So, I feel like a lot of you might even be holding tight, 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 tight. I don't know. I keep hearing money, right? Like this doesn't have to just apply to finances. This could obviously be abundance of every kind, but I am feeling that you are really being tested to see whether you will share what you have, because I feel like there's more flowing into your life that if you don't share and you hoard it, I mean, like I said, this could be money, this could be love, this could be health, right? Like if you tend to hold on to it, then here in the near future, that's going to end up backfiring for you, because what's going to end up happening is that, especially during desperate times, that's when you're really, really being called even more to share. I mean, and you don't have to share if, let's say, you don't have money to give, then you don't have to give money. You can give your time, you can give your attention, you can give, I mean, let's say you only have $1, then give 10 cents, right? Give 2 cents, whatever you feel, but allow that, feel that, and know that you're giving that wholeheartedly. Like you really do want to make an impact. And giving might also mean you're digging in your closet and you're looking for things that you haven't used the past 6 months to a year. This will also open the flow of prosperity to allow more to come into your life, right? And I always talk about this. This sounds like it's just, I call it spiritual mumbo jumbo, right? Like everybody says this, but in reality, it's just a universal law of abundance and the flow of abundance. And when you feel that the energy is stagnant, that's when you have to push yourself harder to give what you feel like you don't have, right? So if, for example, if you're trying to create a job, you're trying to, make money, then it's time for you to give money, even if it's in the smallest form. And or better yet, it doesn't have to be money. You can give something of value. And something of value could be your time, right? Like time is worth money, right? That's worth money. That's worth your time. So what are you going to share to help open up the flow of prosperity? Because that's the whole um theme to this reading, is how do we release those blockages? And I feel like there's been so much push and pull, and there's so much restriction right now in the energy that if you don't share even just a little bit and you start getting too fearful and too scared, that you're going to scare off the abundance that's coming your way, because there are blessings that are already on their way to you. See what I mean? Oh my God. See, this is a conscious mindset. See, right now you're being called to wait. Don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. See, but see, this 6 of Autumn makes me think of an investment, right? Like it makes me think of, what are you investing in, right? And even if you're investing in someone or something that in the long run, it's actually going to end up paying off, right? And this could be, like I said, whether you're sharing, whether you're giving back to others, whether you are investing your time in yourself by learning, by working on a project that you haven't had time to work on, whether you're trying to help someone else work through something that they're having a difficulty with that you're actually really strong in, whether it's love, whether it's just taking a load or a weight off someone's back, right? Even if it's just for a day or a couple hours, whatever it might be, or just that random act of kindness. This could be pretty much anything, because in reality, as the energy flows, because it is flowing, it might not feel like it's flowing as fast as you would like it to flow right now, but as it's flowing, what's going to happen is that right now you're being tested to see whether you really want what you've been asking for, whether you're really going to invest in it, whether you're really sure for sure, because when the full moon hits, the energy is going to open up, and that's going to bring forth a whole new shift. And I'm going to talk more about that on Saturday. But see, I asked for clarification on the weight, right? And I'm getting contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor traditions and have pride in your heritage and accomplishments of your ancestors. So see what I mean? I feel like for a lot of you, you're really stressing about money. Like I usually don't focus on one thing, especially on a reading like this, because it's so general, right? But I strongly, strongly believe that those of you that are waiting for abundance, like those of you that are waiting for money, or those of you that are stressing about what money is coming in, and I'm not going to ask for some clarification on it, you're going to end up receiving it. See, but you have to double check your focus right now. You have to really check your mindset. See, because I asked about this abundance. See, if you really focus on the lack mentality as far as what you don't have, and fear mode and what's not going to happen. And trust me, I know it's easier said than done. If anybody knows it, it's me, right? Like I understand more than anyone, but you really have to know that what you're waiting for is so worth the wait. Is so worth the wait. And it's going to bring prosperity and security. And you're just going to be happier with it, right? I'm hearing the word breadcrumbs. So I'm hearing that any of you that might like rush into things are going to end up getting breadcrumbs. Like you're going to end up selling yourself short if you're not careful. And you'll have to tell me. You'll have to tell me, but definitely do not rush into anything right now. See, because I'm feeling that, look, some of you see, successful funding, you know, you're gonna have what you need and more. But the point is do you believe that you're gonna have it? Do you understand that you're gonna have it? Do you know that you're gonna make it? If the questions are, or if the answers to those are, I'm not really sure. Well, that's what you got to work on. You know what I mean? You got to work on shifting that mindset, because in reality, you want to keep your mindset on this. Like, I don't know how the hell it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. But you know what? I'm so lucky. Like, everything I ever want, I get, and this isn't in a selfish way. Like, I'm so lucky. Thank you, God. Thank you for bringing me great people. Thank you for protecting my home, our health, our family, our friends, right? Like continually reaffirming that, even if you don't necessarily feel it at that very moment, because you'll be surprised how far those words go when you do. But I'm seeing a lot of like hesitation and nervousness as I'm doing this reading. So I really want you to be really mindful of that. See, some of you might even be called to like release people. I hate to say this, but there's some people that don't have your best interests, and I feel for some of you like you know who I'm talking about. You know exactly who I'm talking about. And there's some, for a particular few, I feel I don't know why I'm picking up on a particular person that there's just one person in mind, that they need to let go of, you know? So I'm also hearing someone from the past, you know? So there's someone that you got to let go of for sure that's just not good for you, because that person, and this could even be like a partner or an ex or something, or an old job or an old way of being, right? Like that is not doing you any service, and you just really need to let it go, because in reality, it's only bringing you down. And I do believe that there are certain people that, and those of you that this speaks to, because I'm feeling like there's someone out there that is dealing with a person that for some reason when you're with them, your money disappears. It's like they always struggle and they never have enough money, and their money just disappears. And that sometimes directly or indirectly affects you. So you guys will have to let me know if this resonates with you, because if this does, I know this is definitely a message for someone out there, because it's very specific. But I'm feeling that there's a person in your environment that's scaring away your monies, right? Your abundance. And it's like I see someone that's working really, really hard, and you're just doing everything you can, and you're constantly trying to like build yourself up, and nope, like it just doesn't happen, right? But when they leave, when they're gone, when they're absent, it's almost like you're just, like God just taps you with good luck, right? Like everything just starts flowing again. And so just be really mindful of that, because that's a huge sign that you're dealing with someone who's not only an energy vampire, but that someone that's actually weighing you down. And sometimes, depending on the person, right, and the role in your situation, for everybody it's different, because this is a general reading. Sometimes it's better to just move away from that person, right? And or maybe set some strong boundaries to ensure that it doesn't affect your finances, because I do feel that that someone is blocking, for some of you, your money. But I do feel that there will be a shift, right? So this person will tend to like chase rather than attract, right? And so this person's just constantly pushing for it. And I mean, this could even be you, maybe because you're stuck in fear mode and you're just sort of holding on to everything that you have so tight, like you're sort of scaring your money, like you're sitting here dreaming and wishing and hoping, and oh, I wish I had this much money. Like if I had this much money, it would solve all these other problems and we would be okay. But at the same time, you're sort of holding yourself back, that because you're constantly chasing it, like, right, you're trying to force it. But I'm telling you that be patient, because that energy is flowing out of alignment. See, because look, obstacles and blocks are being lifted. Like this energy of being stuck is very, very, very temporary. Like I do feel that something huge is going to shift for sure in March. But let me ask for more clarification on that, on those obstacles, okay? So just be really mindful of your environment and who you have around you. But I'm also hearing your mindset. So be really careful with how the person that you're thinking about is affecting your mindset, right? Like, because if this person's constantly bringing you down, then it's affecting your mind. Your mental and emotional health is very important. So you have to really be mindful and aware of who you allow in your circle and how it's affecting you. See, here we get, when I ask for clarification on the obstacles being lifted, it says, embrace the time of deep spiritual growth. You may feel called to act as a mentor, find a new teacher, or spend time with others, or also on a sacred path. So in other words, what I'm hearing is that you need to focus on finding people that are like you, right? So if there's people that are dragging you down when you're, there's just that constant like push and pull. There's that competition. It's just like you never get anywhere with them because it's always so damn difficult, right? Well, don't. It's time to sort of surrender that. It's time to sort of let bygones be bygones and move away from that, right? And it doesn't mean anything negative. All that means is that you're having a difficult new beginning. You understand that, but because you understand that, you're going to put yourself first and you're going to bring forward people that care about you and that believe in the same things that you do, because life is just too precious to waste it on people that will bring you down, right? That are in constant competition from you. So for those of you that this speaks to, it's time for you to bring other people in. And you might be thinking, well, how am I going to bring people in? We're all isolated, right? Well, there's different ways to connect with other people. And there's different ways to reconnect with those that have done good, right? Like, and sometimes so much isolation is so bad, not just for your mental, but emotional health, that it starts affecting you physically. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm feeling like maybe some of you are feeling that. But see, this is actually going to help improve your health. See, you need that connection. You need that connection with people, because what it's going to do is going to help bring forth blessings. Like, this could be blessings of improvement of health if you've been struggling with your health, right? These are blessings of opportunities that you really weren't expecting. You thought that all the doors were shut because COVID hit, so the world's ending, right? Not literally, but I mean, like, you feel like everything is closing in on you. An opportunity arises that needs your attention right away. Moving quickly is important, yet there's nothing you can't handle if you follow your inner guidance. See what I mean? Not everything is what it seems right now. And you really have to follow your intuition. Follow your intuition, because you're creating right now. What you're focusing on, you really are creating. Those blockages, those are just signposts telling you what you need. What you need to get rid of. What's missing, so you can bring in more of what you need, because there is a brand new opportunity. Like, there's going to be, see how with this cup, there's like water overflowing out of it? There's more than enough of it. And that's what you have to remember. No matter how dire the situation is, no matter how restricted you feel, and trust me that I know it's easier said than done. I mean, you could be homeless on the side of the road and not know what the hell you're going to do. But if you believe that everything's going to work out, and if you continue to find a way to get out of that situation, and you reach out to God and you ask him for divine intervention and help, believe me that it will happen. We hear this all too often, but we don't always believe it because we think that we don't deserve it, right? Like you think, oh, well, that's not going to happen to me. That kind of stuff doesn't happen to me. But see, again, that goes back to checking your mindset. Checking your mindset. Yes, those things do happen to you. Yes, there are people around you that love you. Yes, people do want to work with you. You know, you could feel like you're the most difficult person, but there is a group of people that would align perfectly with your personality that would work great. And that group of people would not make you feel like you're difficult and like you're a burden. But you have to reach out and look for it. You know, with COVID, you have to be creative at how you connect with people. In order to release some of these blockages, I challenge you to reach out and connect with people. You can drive by their house. You can give them a call. You can shoot them a text message. Challenge yourself and set up a video chat, right? Remind someone that you care about them, that you love them, right? Ask someone that you haven't talked to for a while if there's anything that they need. And remind them that you are there for them. And I bet you whatever you want, there are going to be people that are going to show up out of nowhere that are going to do the same for you. And that's going to help you bring back a sense of love and reassurance and a renewed sense of hope that good people still exist, because they do. For a lot of you, if this is speaking to you, you have to know that people do care about you. And you have to know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, because see, here's another positive card, the Three of Summer, and this is showing up as what you can't see. You have an exciting reason to celebrate, such as an engagement, wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. Remember to cherish those you love. See, there's gonna be a celebration here, even if you don't feel it. Right now, life could feel really heavy and depleted, but you have to reconnect with those that you love, because you know what? Those are the people that are gonna pull you out of it. Not the people that make you feel like you're difficult, that you're hard to love. Not the people that ignore you or could care less about how you're doing. Go gravitate towards the people that genuinely show you that they care. The ones that show you that they really do love you. That's what your soul and your spirit needs to help you get to this celebration, right? But for now, don't let these obstacles, don't let this lower energy distract you from thinking that there aren't any blessings around you, right? That there's no opportunities, because this energy can be very deceiving. See, your responsibilities may distract you from noticing all the gifts that God is presenting to you. Be open to investigating opportunities that come your way. See, there's opportunities. You just have to find them. You have to find them. And for others of you, there is someone ready to help. King of Summer. This could be you, or this could be someone you know. A trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. You may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. See what I mean? And this is almost like a caregiver, but this is someone that takes the lead. I'm feeling this is someone external. This is someone non-biased. So don't be afraid to also reach out and ask for help. Ask for advice. What do I do? I feel stuck. I don't know how I'm gonna move forward. I don't know how I'm gonna make it through this one, right? Like, this one's pretty damn hard. No, you do know. You just have to tap into your intuition and you have to get yourself organized. You have to ask spirit for help. If you don't know, if you don't feel that people are for you, the people that surround you, you need to ask God to send you. I call upon God to send Archangel Michael and Raphael to send people that are in my highest good, that will give me good, wholehearted advice to help me find solutions to my problem. And believe me that they will show up, right? And remember that prayers are not answered by, God's not gonna reach down and pull you out of what you're going through. He's going to send you messages. You're going to receive signs. You're going to hear signs in music. You're going to have dreams. You're going to have that intuitive itch inside your stomach, or you're gonna just have this idea that you can't shake, that all of a sudden you feel you need to do something. But these feelings are positive, right? When they're coming from God and they're coming from the direct source, these feelings are not negative. They don't feel like they're gonna harm you. You don't feel fear, and you don't feel like you're gonna harm anybody. That's how you know they're really coming from God. For those that know me, know that I call him the main man upstairs, right? You know that they're coming from him because there's a sense of peace that comes tied with that guidance, right? If there's ego tied to it, if there's self-interest, if there's animosity, if there's tension tied to it, then that's not it. And of course, if you need a reading or you need more guidance or more personal approach, I'm happy to set some time up with you, because I know it's different for each and every person. But for the most part, that's how you know God is speaking to you directly, right? Granted, the guidance that he gives is I just don't know how to explain it with words, but his connection just feels so loving, so caring. It's almost like you can have complete anxiety and receive his spirit, his guidance, and your anxiety will just disappear completely. Like, you feel complete peace. I don't know what other way to put it. Now, in comparison to you being afraid to take a leap of faith because you're being called to take a chance on something that you're not 100% sure of, yes, that might be scary, right? But don't confuse that with the guidance that comes directly from him, right? So be very, 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 very aware. So when you start praying, when you start meditating, when you start asking God for help with a conviction, with like a whole heart, I mean, and I'm just speaking in general. This has nothing to do with any specific religion. I am just talking about the connection, the way even I've experienced it. After a while of practicing, one, reopening the connection with him, and two, understanding how to manifest things into your life, you will be surprised at how quickly you can bring forth assistance that it will blow your mind. Like, I'm talking about from months, years. I mean, it might take you a few years, right? Then it might take you a few months. Then you start realizing that within days or within even a week or two, you're already manifesting what you want. I say that because that's what's happened to me, but it doesn't happen overnight. And that's the reason why a lot of people don't really believe. They don't believe in manifesting. They don't believe in God or source or spirit, whatever you call them. Because the connection's not fully open, right? No tarot cards are going to connect you with God. No crystals, no nothing else but you reaching out to him directly. Granted, it's nice to have other modalities to get clear messages and to validate that what you're feeling is true, right? That you are listening to the right messenger or messengers if he's sending you angels or guides or spirits to help you. And like I said, I don't know why I'm bringing this up and going in depth into it during this reading, but I'm sure someone out there has to hear this, right? So don't be confused by the messages or the messenger. Don't be confused by the cards. The cards themselves are just a piece of paper, right? Like, it's the connection with God that's most important. With God, with spirit, with source, I just think a lot of us call him different names, right? Universe. But that energy, putting yourself first, putting yourself in alignment with the energy, and just setting the intention, okay, I'm open, I am ready to listen, and I am ready to trust in what you have to tell me. But it has to come from the highest, most loving source, nothing else. Because the moment you set your intentions and you open your connection to that, that's the moment, boom. Oh my, you go through hell and back. I need assistance. God, fast. Help get me out of this one. Boom. From one day to the next. From literally, I could easily count days at how quickly things can get resolved for you. Set yourself up and put yourself in the right mindset. Push through any hardships, any struggles, any things that are pulling you into that fear, sad, depressed, or just difficulty mode, right? Push yourself out of that. And if you're having a hard time pushing yourself out of that, reach out to people that love you, because you are not meant to do this alone. I always say that, but see, ask for God to send you help and get organized, and get ready. Get ready to do the work, because guess what? Things are going to start moving. And you will have to hit the ground running and be ready. Because see, look at here, you can't make this stuff up. God is going to send you help. Accept heaven's help. You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. So for now, while you're waiting, take some time, take a step back, check in with yourself. What do you want? What do you need? If you're having a really difficult time, reach out to people that love you. Don't do it alone, but be ready. Be ready, because here come very soon. Spirit's going to answer your request. And it's going to be successful. It's going to be successful. It's going to work out a lot better than you're even imagining. But for you to really have what you truly want, see, you have to create a plan. You have to know what you want, and you have to be intentional about the direction you're taking. Otherwise, you might get some of what you want, but you won't get it all because you weren't ready. Don't make that mistake. Right now, more than anything, structure and organization is very important. Granted, you don't have to know all the steps, right? You don't have to know how everything is going to happen, but you want to know what you're investing in and what you want to come in, and you have to be intentional about it. Because the energy is actually working in your favor right now, and it's saying, okay, you want this? Are you sure you want it? Which is right now what they're telling me. Are you sure you want it? Yes. Okay, well, here it goes. Boom. You know, for everybody, the timing is different, but be prepared. Be prepared, because this time of waiting, it's not gonna be for very long. It's really not. It's not gonna be for very long. See, but for a lot of you, see, you're being called to meditate. You really have to tune into the energy. So take some time. For others, I feel like they want you to meditate because there's a different direction that they want you to take. But it doesn't mean you won't get what you want. It just means you have to take a different path, right? So know what you want, be clear about it, and then surrender it. Let it go. So spirit can allow it to flow into your life. Because like we mentioned in the very first part of this reading, was that if you hang on to it too hard, you're going to block it from coming in. And you don't want that, because what's coming in is going to be really good for you. And I feel like it's going to bring a lot of security and stability to possibly, for some of you, you and your family. So be open for it, because it's coming. It's definitely coming. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate you. Please be sure to comment below if this message spoke to you. I love hearing from each and every one of you. For those interested in a free video reading, please be sure to subscribe and sign up for notifications. Make sure your subscriptions are set for public so I can see you on my end. I do select 2 winners each month, so stay tuned. Be sure to sign up for notifications in case you win. You're able to see your video once it's uploaded. Again, I post videos every week on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I will see you soon.